When
When
it's
spring
spring
again,
I'll
I'll bring
again.
again
Tulips
tulips
from
from Amsterdam. La da 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 do da dee da da do do dee dee do dee do. Hello,
Hello, and
welcome to the We're Not Racist
And We Love Gays
podcast. Now, I am Ben Adams.
And I'm Lenny Sherman. We are your hosts of this podcast.
Absolutely. Welcome new listeners. Welcome old listeners. You're all welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Come in. Come on. Sit down.
Now, there might be a few people going, hang on, lads. You said that you'd be back in the studio this week, and I thought we would be, but
Been a turn of events
indeed. I am currently under investigation for COVID. I got COVID. Yeah, didn't think it would ever happen.
God, it was just COVID and not ADHD though.
No, it wasn't ADHD. Thank God. I did a test for ADHD, and 5 tests. You got to do 5 tests in the space of 10 minutes just to get it all right. But no, I didn't have it. I had COVID, and I'm gutted because it's the first time I've had it. The first time.
COVID.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, never had it before.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. Never had COVID. And now I've got COVID, and obviously Lenny don't want to get COVID, so I completely understand. Literally, I went to see my friends for a day, and they all got it.
No, I didn't want to get you near you anyway, so I'm just sitting in this Japanese bat restaurant.
Is that where you are?
Bat restaurant in Tokyo.
You do love that. I remember you saying that how much you love bats.
Oh, they taste so nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. They are good. I like the wings.
A little bit of ketchup.
Sriracha, that's what you want. Sriracha on the wings. Oh
yeah, a bit of bread and butter. Nice little bat butty.
Bat butty, yeah, love it. No, good. How are you, Lenny? You all right?
I'm lovely, thank you. Yourself?
Well, apart from COVID. To be honest, I've got COVID, but not that bad. I've got a bit of a cold. You're not
going to keel over, are you?
No. I do feel knackered, though. Everything I do is like quite an effort. So I guess maybe it's that. I hope I haven't got long COVID.
Thanks for coming.
That's all right. I was doing a shoot the other day. I was doing a bit of filming.
Oh.
And this guy at the end of the day, it was a long day. It was about, 15 hours. And he was like this. Oh. And then we got on the bus home and he went, oh. And someone went, oh, yeah, long day, innit? He went, yeah, but I've got long COVID. So it was even longer for me. And it was like, oh, all right, mate. All right.
Nice. Now you've got it. Thanks.
Now I've got COVID, yeah.
Off of him, obviously.
No, off my mum and dad. They got it.
Oh, it's getting about a bit again, isn't it? It seems.
It's coming. It's all coming back. But, let's not lock down the country for it. Like, I'm all right.
I don't know. That's pretty good for the podcast game, though.
Oh, my God. Yes, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, lock down the country.
Let's do it.
And then everyone will get on the Patreon. And, yeah, that's a good point.
Also, a big shout out to our he's not here. Our producer, Derek Igloo. He's on a little holiday, and he's gone paintballing holiday in
Mozambique.
India. Oh, Mozambique.
Oh, that's what he told me. Yeah, Mozambique.
I thought he's going to India.
Well, he's preparing for India. That's obviously because India's the paintball capital of the world. So he's preparing. He's going to do the championships. He's good, Derek. He's really getting into it.
He's doing a paintball competition?
Yeah.
Oh.
I set him up. Basically, when I was in Islamabad, I set him up. I was like, I got him involved. I got the connection.
Is it the paintball Paralympic, like para paintball?
Yeah.
Because anyone who doesn't know, Derek is actually deaf and clever. And clever. He's got a massive IQ.
Oh, he's so clever. But he is deaf and he's mute as well. He doesn't talk, but bloody good paintballer.
Deaf and clever.
See him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
His concentration might be better because he can't hear and speak.
Exactly. He's home.
Well, good luck, Derek. We hope you bring home the trophy.
Please do, Derek, and he'll be back next week.
Paintball trophy from India.
He can tell us all about it next week. We're going to be back.
Who's the favourite to win that?
Huh?
Who's the favourite to win it? Is that old? Who's the favourite to win?
The favourite to win the championships in India or the
para paintball?
Oh, the para paintball. It's Gupta Shanish.
Yeah, he's
Gupta
good.
Shanish. He's so good. Honestly, he's got all the gear. He's like basically in it. Right in England, you might have footballers on your walls and stuff.
Yeah.
They've got Gupta Shanish. He's there like this on people's walls.
I know. Derek showed me a clip, mate. I'm not joking. You're right. He knocked from about, I think they measured, it was a mile with his paintball. He knocked a can of curry off of a wall.
Yeah.
From a mile away.
I saw it. Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah. Vindaloo.
Very talented man.
He is. He really is. But Derek, hopefully, he'll take the trophy from him. We'll see. Let's see who, Gupta or Derek, who's going to win. Let's put hashtag Derek over Gupta.
I've actually talking of India. Nice little segue. I've had a tattoo done.
Ooh.
2 in 1. Because my favourite song is I'll Follow.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
Yeah. You've talked about it a lot. I'll follow you. That one.
Yeah. There's a line in it, and I actually played it during the like before my Edinburgh shows, or did I? Because it's copyright laws. I don't think I did actually, but anyway, let's just maybe. Anyway, I like the song, and there's a line in it. You're my river running high, run deep, run wild. So I've got the tattoo on one arm.
Ah, run deep.
And on the other arm, run wild. And I showed my girlfriend. She went, run deep. That's a geezer who works in the Indian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Run deep. So
run deep.
Might get Patel written underneath. Run deep, Patel.
And what's the other one? What does it say? Run deep and...
Run deep, run wild. That's the lyrics from the song.
Run wild.
You're my river running high. Run deep, run wild. Run deep.
Nice.
Run deep. Can I have some poppadoms, please? And another bottle of Cobra, Ben?
Cheers. Yeah. Good.
Anything?
I will have some vegetable samosas and a tandoori lamb kebab.
Please run deep. Thank you.
Please run deep. Yeah.
Run deep.
Hello, run deep. It's like that, isn't it? You go into the Indian takeaway. Run deep. How's it going?
Hey.
Oh, here they are. Hey.
Hey.
Table for 4, please. Come on, get that mango chutney.
I love coming in here. Run deep. You're my favourite waiter. Got a tattoo of you.
You always get that in Portsmouth. I know the owner. Hello, John. Hello.
Yeah. Should we go down? We won't get in there. It's busy. Too busy.
Don't you worry.
No. Damn. Oh. Go on. What? Yeah. Let's clean it out. Come on. Should we go and have a curry down Run Deeps?
Oh, we can't, mate. It's going to be busy in there. It's packed.
No. Let you be the busy because you called it. Hang on.
All right.
Should we have a curry? Oh no, we won't get in there now.
No, mate. Trust me. Every time I go down Run Deep, he knows me. I did a favour for him back in the day. We're tight. We're like that. I'll get us in. Trust me.
We bowl in there, don't we? We turn up, cut to Run Deeps.
Ronnie. All right, son. Yeah. 3 of us. Any chance? Yeah. We're all.
Wow. Thanks, Run Deep.
Cheers, Run Deep.
Run Deep, can we smoke it? No smoking. Sorry, mate. All
right. Vaping those, all right. You're allowed to vape. Indians love a vape. Honestly, they love it.
Cheers, Run. Oh, complimentary vape. Run Deep's Curry House. Thank you, Run Deep.
Do you know what? I was thinking the other day, we've had quite a few podcasts.
Oh, onion bhaji flavour.
You haven't got one of those ones. Oh, no.
Run Deep's give me... No, it's a house vape.
Is it? Oh, right. Got you.
They do their own vapes. Onion bhaji flavour.
Very nice.
Run Deep. Give Ben one.
Cheers, man.
What was that? What flavour's that, Ben?
Oh, lime pickle. Lovely. Bit of lime pickle.
That Indian food?
Yeah, lime pickle. You have it with poppadoms.
Okay.
Lime pickle. Do you know what? Run Deep. Don't worry about him. Just bring it out. Bring it out.
Oh, what's this one? Run Deep. Lambuna flavour. Let's give this.
Oh, nice.
That's all right. That is Run Deep. Cheers, mate.
Lovely. Good stuff. Oh, thanks, Run Deep. Tandoori lamb. Lovely. Oh, good stuff. I love it. You know what? Just quickly, I'll say the last few podcasts we've done, we have been heavily on the vapes. And I think, one, it's good for everyone that's selling the vapes. So it's good that we're advertising them. But I'm glad they're banning them because...
Whoa. They're banning vapes?
They're banning vapes, yeah. Disposable vapes. Really? Oh, Rishi. Yeah.
Why?
Because kids are smoking them.
Do you know
Kids
what?
won't stop having them. Yeah,
Ben, they are fucking very addictive.
they are. This is what I was going to say. You can tell the last few podcasts. As soon as I've given up smoking and I've been on the vapes, I'm on it constantly,
I know.
constantly. Whereas when we were doing the podcast and I was smoking, I wasn't having a fag on the.
I'm on 2 vapes a day now.
That's a lot.
These ones, I'll get the old bars. They last a bit longer. I'll tell you ones I like. I've got an old one. Where is it? Hold on. These ones, the crystal ones, are fucking lovely.
You like them ones, don't you?
But they don't last long. Don't last long.
I'm on the.
I've got another one. I've got
Fuse.
variety. This one's a Lost Mary.
Those ones, they're for like
They
kids.
don't last too long. They're very feminine ones.
Yeah.
I've got blue ones subconsciously trying to protect me masculinity. But imagine me with a pink one walking down the street. Oh,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Where's my money, you cunt? Do you want me to fucking listen? You better pay up your dough. I'm gonna fucking cave your fucking head in, pink vape.
Oh, hang on. Is that a pink vape?
Isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'll give you the money in a week, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a vape, wasn't it? It was a vape.
Yeah, no, but it's bad. It's bad. Like I find that I'm vaping constantly.
I'm gonna shoot him now. Pink
But
vape.
yeah, it's a bit
There's your
much,
pink
isn't it?
vape, son.
I find him a bit much. I find him a bit.
But no, I need to consciously try and give it. And I'm good at giving stuff up. And all, I need to
That's surprising. Yeah, I was going to say because I've got an addictive personality, but you are bang on it. But with the vapes,
no, I mean, I suppose we all have. We can all fall into the trap. I always say this to me kids and anyone when you see like homeless people or skagheads. I don't suppose for 1 minute any one of them was one day went. Do you know what? I want to be a crackhead. I want to be homeless.
Yeah.
Sit on the street begging for money and sucking off dirty old men.
Yeah.
Being all grubby and being all there but for the grace of God, guy, of course. But I don't think anyone plans to be like that. Like,
no, exactly.
I'm bored of being a millionaire. Well,
I think I'll just get on the old crack and I'll spend all my money on that, and then I'll put a tent outside Debenhams, and it'd be great.
Shit out of everyone.
Yes,
with me one-eyed rescue dog.
It's terrible, isn't it?
That's remarkably well trained.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. I was speaking about this to my mum and dad the other day. They were saying about homeless people, because I walked down. It was about 4 a.m, and I was walking through central London, and I was getting a bus somewhere to film, and then everywhere there's all filming. I know, but I had to give it context. I didn't want to say.
No, and they're all writing. What about them comedians?
Oh,
a bit of writing
just in
today.
Starbucks doing some writing.
Oh, little photo with a notepad and pen. Yeah, well done.
And then they go on stage with that notepad and it's like, who's been on Tinder? And then everyone goes, nah, and you go, oh, cross that one out. Won't do that again. Oh, shut up.
I wouldn't. Yeah, let's try new material. I wouldn't really knock.
Well, no, you can try new material you want.
But what they do, you notice newer comedians, they're a bit hungry and buzzing about. They feel the need to tell everyone they're writing. I see, I've been doing it 13 years, and I'll just write on my phone. I've always just wherever, bang.
Yeah.
Right. But you see them online because what the subtext is, I'm writing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Hey guys, does anyone know any good places to write? Like, you can write anywhere.
You can write anywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Write anywhere. That's sort of my process. I'll tend to, when I'm writing, I think, that's good. I put joke ideas in, I might try it out on my notes.
Yeah, but you do
Everyone's different, obviously.
You do the same as me though with new material. You don't announce it to the world. You don't need to say this is new material, guys. Like you'll add it in exactly.
You should never on stage.
Yeah.
You should never do that.
Nah. Yeah, but people do. That's what I mean.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Well, because you don't get a right gauge of it because you.
Maybe afterwards, if it don't work, mention it. Don't say before because it's sort of. Yeah, just let them work it out for themselves.
I always think, if it's new material, you're not going to get a right gauge on it unless they don't think it's new material. Unless they think, this is part of it.
If someone's comedy savvy in the audience and they'll go, it's new material, they're going to straight away lose a bit of faith in it. It's new. It might be shit. Speaking
of comedy, just a little segue. I had a little run-in this week, Lenny.
Did you?
And you know me, I don't like to stand up for myself. I don't like to be the guy.
You don't like confrontation, do you?
I hate confrontation. I hate it.
But you have a point, though. You have a breaking point, like we all do.
Well, this is it. That's what I wanted to talk about. Is that I do have a breaking point, but I tend to go when I think, do you know what? I'm going to stand up for myself. I tend to go a little bit too far.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't, but I felt like I did. I felt like I went a little bit too far. Anyway,
what happened?
So basically, I was booked in for a gig, right? I booked a gig with a promoter, and he booked me in for 2 gigs. One was about a month ago, and the other one was a few days ago, right?
Right.
So he put me in. So the first gig I went to, I did my bit. There was people going on. They were doing quite. At first, I was there. It was a very gay gig. It was very LGBTQ plus friendly, right? I was thinking, okay, how's this going to go down? Maybe I need to watch my material. Maybe I need to stop. But then as I was watching, other people went on. They were doing 9/11 jokes. They were doing, my mum's fucking.
How was the promoter with you when you walked into the gig?
Blocked me completely, blanked me completely. Didn't even say hello. And I made a point of going, hello, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
But, you'd give them the benefit of the doubt, aren't they? So running the gig,
busy,
might be a bit busy, a bit stressed.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah, I'll speak to them after, wouldn't you?
Exactly. I thought we've all run gigs. We've all run gigs.
Well,
I get it.
Not all of us, but yeah, I get your point.
But yeah, some of us. I've run gigs, and I know that when people talk to me, I'm stressing about the gig. Fair enough. Let it go. No worries. I'll speak to him after. He goes on, we got an amazing headliner for the first half today. Ben Adams, he's fantastic. Headliner.
Didn't you? Oh.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, fair enough then. Fair enough.
That's nice.
Yeah, lovely. It is nice. And then, it comes to my part, and everyone's been doing material. First guy that comes on, his material was all about how he's been in prison for fraud, right?
Okay.
And apparently it's hilarious. Apparently it's really
but what context was he?
So the joke was there's a little bit of an in joke between him and the promoter that they both know why he's been in prison, and it was sort of like where I've been for the last. I haven't been on stage for the last 6 months because I've been in.
Listen, I'll be impartial. Be fair. I haven't got a problem with that so far. So
nothing wrong with it. No, nothing wrong with that at all.
Okay.
But it's setting up the night. So you got that. Then you've got another person talking about 9/11.
Oh, that's a bit.
Right.
In what way? In a disrespectful way?
Just as a joke, right? One of the jokes is about 9/11, right?
What, disrespectful?
I don't know. It's sort of edgy. Let's say edgy. But I'm saying that. So this is going.
Listen, it's all right saying you can't joke. You can joke about anything. Well, you can do anything. If you want to be an arsehole, be an arsehole. But my point is, if you can talk about cancer, but you're not necessarily being disrespectful.
No.
You might be going, cancer's terrible. Blah, blah, blah.
So I see what you're saying. No,
you've got a bit of context.
But basically, what I'm saying is that the acts before me were leading the way. Like, I thought I'm going to have to watch what I say here.
They were being a bit edgy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And the crowd were responding fairly well. And I was thinking, okay, maybe I can push it a little bit. And like I say, a lot of people are LGBTQ and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I go up, I do my bit. And, when you go on stage and the promoter shakes your hand and says, yeah, well, have a good one. None of that, which I found again. Before, just sort of blank me on you go. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't lose sleep over that for a minute.
But then anyway, I'm doing my stuff. Goes quite well.
How did the gig go?
It went pretty well. We were right near. There was a lot of what looked to be lefty sort of white women in the crowd, and I thought I'll have a little bit of a play with them. And I said, girls. Didn't say girls. I said there's a lot of white women here today, and you're obviously well done on your willpower, because there's a boat with some boat. There's a little boat across the road with some boats and some tote bags. And you're probably all very excited to get over there, so let's get on. They laughed. It was funny. It was like making a little connection with the crowd. Like, yeah, good stuff. But then I said about lesbians being miserable. Right? I just said about lesbians. But most of the time they're miserable. Having a little joke with them,
Apologies to any lesbians listening.
No. The thing is, it would be offensive if there was no lesbians there. There was clearly quite a few lesbians there. Like, I'm trying to...
Being a bit cheeky.
Yeah. They weren't happy, of course, because, you know, my joke's real. They were miserable, quite visibly miserable, but then others were laughing, and it was all right. That was the one joke that was a bit, okay, maybe that didn't go down great.
A little bit, you can win them back.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, you know, terrible. I look to the promoter. I say, have I got time for this song that I want to do? He looks at me like this. And I go...
Did you not know how long you'd been doing?
Well, I'd done about 7 minutes, but I thought maybe he's given me...
How long was you supposed to do?
I think 10 minutes.
You wasn't sure?
I wasn't sure. It was between 7 and 10, and I got to 7 minutes, and I was like, have I got time for a song? Looked at him, and looking like this. And I went, said his name and said, have I got time? And he looked at me straight in the eye, went...
Not happy.
Not happy at all. And I thought, okay, well, I don't know what's going on here, but okay. Did it, had a good time, got off. A few people came up to me afterwards. Oh, I didn't like that joke you said, but most of it really great, friendly, all lovely. Tried to speak to the promoter.
What joke were they talking about?
The lesbian one, the trans lesbian. I did a joke about. So I say that I wish I was a gay man because they all seem so happy. Not so much lesbians and trans people. They're a bit miserable. I always think if you're going to go to a surgeon and get your cock turned into a vagina, you can get them to put a smile on your face while you're there. Right?
Right.
It's a joke. And a very good joke as well, by the way. I'll be confident.
Best joke ever.
Best
joke of the fringe.
Joke of the fringe. And but yeah, so afterwards I think I'll talk to him again. Blank me completely blank me. But
right.
Did
you go up to him and say,
yeah. Thanks so much. I enjoyed that. You know.
And what did he do?
Anyway, it's going to be 5 minutes till the comedy starts.
Oh.
Okay. Obviously, I annoyed him, but I'm still being professional, right?
Yeah. You're a gentleman, Ben.
No, back in the day, I would have launched at him. I would have gone mental, right?
Would you know?
Not in a physical way, but with my mouth. I've got a mouth.
Right. Yeah.
But I've learned, and I've gone, no, do you know what? I'm professional. No worries. All good. I had another gig to go to, which he knew, so I went to the other gig. And anyway.
Look at you, Johnny 2 gigs.
I know. I mean, I died at the second gig, but we won't go into that.
I want to try and see if this works. Oh. How's that?
Yeah, nice.
2 chins now. Go on, mate.
So it gets to the point where I'm booked for this other gig, right, with him.
Yeah.
And I get an email saying, basically, about the last gig, saying I wasn't happy with what you did and blah, blah, blah.
Hang on a minute. Whoa. You got another gig with him?
Yeah.
Weeks later?
Yeah.
When did he send you the email?
On the day of the gig.
Right.
But obviously, he had been pissed off about that gig. So he didn't want me on his show from that gig. So I said, he emailed me saying, oh, but he wrapped it up in a way that I wasn't happy with, because he said, I didn't like this, I didn't like that. You made no effort to connect with the audience, which I'd argue I did. And, this was bad. And I've got the video. Like, I watched the video after he sent the email, and it was good. Laughs, it was all good. And he was getting all funny. And he was giving the opinion of, like, basically, like, how dare you speak about what you've spoken about and blah. It just annoys me.
What? You can't just be vague. What
do I have to say? The actual email?
No, about what you spoke about. What was he upset about? The lesbian stuff?
He was upset about the lesbians. He said I had upset 2 lesbians in his crowd.
With that joke you said?
With that joke I said.
I'll just jump in quick. Why didn't... It's from what you're saying, we ain't heard his side of the story. No. Maybe we can get him on in the future.
Maybe.
And ask his side. But why didn't he just like bump you from the gig earlier? Like, to leave you to do that on the day of the gig. Yeah. That's a bit out of order.
Yeah.
He could have just told you before, because the thing is, you weren't getting paid, was you?
No.
Or even if you was getting paid, you've got a life, you work and stuff. Yeah. You would have made arrangements to get to this gig.
Exactly.
You got like, all right, fair play. He's promoting the gig. They put a lot of effort in. God bless them and all that. They,
Yeah.
you know, their job. But also the comedians, they go, you know, you might have babysitters that you ain't got kids or
Exactly.
Make an arrangement.
Yeah.
And so to do that last minute when he could have just told you
On the
straight
day
after the gig by the set, or even if he waited and like thought about it for a few days, just told you then.
Yeah.
Could have just done that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, so, and also I wouldn't have minded that if he had emailed me after the gig and said, look, maybe you're not right for this gig. I'm not a fan. Let's leave the next gig. Okay, that's fine. I'm not an idiot. I understood how you felt about it. That's fine.
But to be honest, the really professional say, hello, thanks for coming the other day. I don't think you really, I don't think, with the greatest respect, I don't think you're suited.
Yeah.
So,
which I've got. This type of act
saying,
I am, I've got many times.
So maybe if we leave the next gig and, good luck to the future, just be polite and graceful.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But no, he didn't. He got a little bit arsey. And I remember the whole day I was thinking, I'm really annoyed about this. I'm really, really pissed off. And I was thinking in my head, no, Ben, come on, don't be like you used to be. Just ignore it. Just accept it. It's fine. But then a little part of me was going, well, hang on. I need to stick up for myself here. I need to say, I don't agree with this. You're being, for want of a better word, a cunt. And I just felt I've got to stand up for myself. So I did. But of course, you know me, I can get a little bit colourful. I like a joke. I like to write things in a funny way. And
everyone's entitled to stick up for himself.
Exactly. And I laid it on him. I basically laid it on him. And
what did you say?
I said quite a bit, but I basically put everything down what I felt was unprofessional about the night, because his main thing was that I was unprofessional, and I completely took umbrage with that. I was like, no, that's not true.
Why don't you just read them out but cut the names out? Yeah. Could you?
Well, anyway,
you do this. I love you to pieces.
I know, but I'm very vague.
And I was going, and everyone's probably dying to hear what was
said. It's true. Right, I'll tell you the email that I sent him anyway.
Just read out what he said to you, and then your response. Obviously, leave out names and stuff.
Or should I just leave out what? I don't know if I've got what he sent to me. Do I need to do both?
Yeah, you have.
Do I need to do both?
Well, yeah, for context,
all
clearly.
Right. Yeah, all right.
Just leave out names and keep it anonymous.
All right. Obviously. Okay. Sorry if you're not interested in this.
Because you're a professional, remember?
Exactly. I am a professional.
We don't do that on this podcast.
Where is it then?
We conduct ourselves.
Here we go. So we got this, okay?
This is his message to you on the day of the gig.
To me on the day, right?
Of the second gig you're supposed to do.
Right. Here we go. Hi, Ben. Oh, we said no names. But
no, you say your name. Fucking hell. Just read. You ain't got to do silly.
I know. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You can be just serious.
Oh, come on. Right. Hi, Ben. You're booked to perform at insert gig name.
My gig, yeah.
Tonight. And on reflection, I think it's best you do not do the spot. Your social media post after your last gig, where you seem rather pleased that you had upset some lesbians.
Oh, hang on. You didn't tell this in the fucking story.
I didn't say. I had put on a...
So what I mean about context.
Yeah, all right. I had put on my social media, great gig, upset some lesbians, but so does Oxygen. So who cares? That's a
little bit. Go on.
Yes, but my argument stands.
Anyway, go on.
It's my social media. It's not like I've got a million followers. Anyway, where you seem rather pleased you had upset some lesbians in the room, really isn't what we're about at this place, right?
Gig, yeah.
Your last set with us, you seem pleased to not make any connection with the room. And as tonight is our dark comedy night, I'd prefer not to have anyone deliberately cross any lines. Okay.
Let's just tell back. You did make a connection. You argued that you made a connection.
Yeah.
You said on the overall you had a good gig, didn't you?
Yeah.
You watched the video. You said
and
the lesbian bit went a little bit flat, but you can have that in gigs. You can do the odd joke and fall flat.
But I'd argue that was me trying to make a connection. I'm trying to get people in the room.
You're wrong.
Come on. No.
You're trying to make a connection, offending lesbians.
Oh, come on. Anything offends lesbians.
No, look, listen. I'm just.
I see what you're saying.
Truth.
All right. Well, I'd argue that
Ben,
including
you're right,
people.
You're right, Ben. What, you mean you punched the fucking geezer in the mouth? Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you straight.
Right. But my whole thing is cheekiness. Just pushing.
Yeah, but that's disrespectful. But anyway, we'll make mistakes.
I try. No.
My point is, Ben, right? If you've done a 10-minute set or however long set, it's going well. One little joke don't work, one little bit, and then you win them back, come back. That can happen in comedy. It happens all the time. Not a big deal. If you're tanking your whole set, or you're pissing everyone off your whole set, different, right? So he's saying that you didn't make a connection. You're saying you did. It's just that one little moment.
I think I did.
Yeah. And he's milking the life out of
it. Yeah. Also, can I just say? I just want to say, like, this whole lesbian thing. Lesbians aren't, there's many lesbians that all think different things, and I've got friends that are lesbians. I've got quite a few friends that are lesbians, and you're well done, exactly. But the thing is, this is what I don't like, is that just because I see there's a lot of lesbians in the room, I'm trying to make a connection with them. I am trying to make a connection by bringing them in. Yeah, but everyone can laugh at themselves. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm cheeky, trying to be.
All right, well, listen, you fucked up with that bit. Not
fair enough.
World.
Fair enough.
Like.
Yeah, I chose wrong lesbian.
To the stereotype. They don't know you. They're probably thinking, "Who's this cheeky cunt?"
Well, yeah.
It's not the end of the world, but they're not going to
it didn't work with those people.
That you fucked up with it. Just hold your hands up. It's not the end of the world, but bit.
I read the room wrong.
You got that bit wrong. Well, no, read the room. It's pretty obvious. I could have told you that now, but it's a little stereotype you're jumping on. A lesbian might go, all right, they might. If I was a lesbian watching it, I might like you, quite funny thing. Oh, that's a bit cheeky. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, all right, I was still good. I'm not going to go mental over it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like.
But
not only that, from a comedic point of view, with all due respect, it's a bit lazy. All lesbians are miserable.
Well, it's not because it backs up the trans joke. That's the whole point. It leads.
All right, whatever. But cool.
No.
Anyway, that was a fuck up on your part.
I don't think so, but fair enough.
It was clearly because no one laughed.
Well, they did, but just the lesbians got annoyed.
Well, yeah, that's. Why can't you just hold your hands up for that?
All right, I hold my hands up.
Because you just look ignorant otherwise.
All right.
Like we've had this conversation before.
But this is which I also say in the reply. This is what annoys me, is that I do know lesbians, I do know trans people. It's not like.
We'll get to that bit in a minute. Let's just do one bit at a time. So
I'm just saying. It's not.
We'll get to that bit in a minute because I'm trying to make out that.
I just think people are.
I've heard this story before.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
So then, what makes me he goes on about not having you on that, because obviously he's booked to do another night. Used to do another night, which is the dark comedy night. So, but he doesn't want you to do that in case you cross the line. This is what tickles me. Dark comedy.
Yeah.
How can you cross a line at dark comedy? Dark comedy is dark comedy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want you to come into our wet night in case you start throwing water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stupid.
That tickles me to be not allowed to do a dark comedy night in case you cross the line.
Yeah, in case you're too dark. Yeah.
But, it's dark. That's what it means. It's quite.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a, what do you call it, a contradiction, or what they call oxymoron, is it?
No, contradiction, yeah. Oxymoron is two words that don't make sense together, like
what's the word I'm
wet
thinking?
dryness or something like. Two words together that doesn't make sense.
Well, that sort of don't make you. I don't you doing a dark comedy night in case you cross the line?
Yeah.
What? How can you cross the line at a dark comedy night?
Well, exactly.
The only way you could cross the line at a dark comedy night is by not being dark.
Yeah, but also
anyway. So that tickled me anyway. That's my point. Right.
Yeah, I think
don't do a dark comedy night. What's the next bit? Carry on, Sam.
So anyway, I eventually replied and thought I'm gonna lay it on.
Hang on, did he finish his email?
I've done it.
What? Hang on. What was the last line? I don't want you. You got to tell the full story.
I have done. That was it. I'd prefer not to have anyone deliberately cross any lines.
That's the end of the email.
That's the end of the email. Yeah. But again, this is on the day of the gig.
Yeah. Fair enough. that's the end of the email. That's all the
That's the end
information
of-
you need.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was? Do I look all right? By the way,
You look great.
just trying to get. No, I don't mean like as in I'm on.
Yeah. No, you look fine. Yeah.
Trying to get. I was getting a sore ass sitting there like that.
You look fine.
Thank you.
Fine.
No, I didn't mean. I wasn't being needy. I'm just like trying to be professional, Ben. Anyway, what was your reply, Ben?
Right. So
this is,
I.
Oh, again, this is quality.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I was worried. I was messaging you after.
You should pre-thing it. Just read it.
All right. Here we go.
People are gonna think, oh yeah, that's bad. But
all right. I know, but I'm saying.
He's had a go at you. He's dropped you on the day of the gig. He's had a go at you. It's a little bit unprofessional, with all due respect, the way he's out. He could have just said, "Oh, I don't think you're suited to do that night. Well, so we'll leave that next spot. Thanks anyway. Good luck for the future." Could have just done that. Been professional and graceful. No need to ever be a digger.
No.
Could have just done that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you responded thus.
I responded lastly. Hi, name. I turned up to the gig, and you pretty much blanked me. I tried to talk to you, but you weren't interested. You also gave me a shitty little bitchy look when I was on stage. I was professional despite your completely unprofessional attitude. The first act and yourself seemed to find it hilarious that he'd been in prison for fraud. You then went on to talk about having men tied up to the walls of the club in the past. Hilarious. Then an act was talking about 9/11. At this point, I thought to myself, they're up for a laugh. Maybe they'll be able to laugh at themselves. However, this was
on themselves. That's such a cliche.
Well, it's true. However, have some self-awareness. Laugh at yourself.
I know. Go on.
Anyway,
sorry.
This was obviously not the case. Despite this, I actually did pretty well. Just rewatched the video, and it was a good one. It was. Can't deny it. Even the most lefty,
lefties, just like the prick.
No, but it's just an example. Okay,
we have lefties listening to this and they're like, "Oh, you just fucking stop upsetting people, Ben. Unnecessary."
I'm not upsetting people.
Well, you can have fucking lefties. This,
yeah,
that,
but anyway, right, come on.
You got a lot of lefty. It's nothing to do with left or right. It's just people being a prick or not.
Yeah. People,
right. Come on, mate.
No, but I'm just saying, why
won't the listeners go up? Why won't the Patreon go up? Oh, you fucking keep fucking pissing them off every week unnecessarily.
Look, this is who I am. This is who I am. If you don't like it, this is who I am.
Well,
anyway, come on.
Sort yourself out. Grow.
No. Right, come on. I don't need to grow. I'm grown enough. Right. This is it. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. Right? Oh, no, hang on. Sorry. No, I've missed a bit. My joke about lesbians being miserable and not taking a joke was clearly backed up and proven correct by these two sour-faced lesbians.
Jesus.
True. I commented on my it is true. I commented on my social media. I commented on my social media because it's my social media, and the reality was I was furious at how you had behaved, which was true.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I have many gay and, would you believe it, trans friends. Because this is what annoys me. You say, "Wow,
their friends are black."
No, I know, but I don't care. You need to say it sometimes.
No, it is a valid point, though. They say that. I hate that when they say that. All this, but it is a valid point.
It is a valid point. Yeah. If I hated gay people, I wouldn't be friends with them, would I? I wouldn't interact with them. It's like, but also, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it in a sense of I can't be homophobic because I've got gay friends. It's also like I've spent time around my mate who I used to live with. He loved transsexuals. He wouldn't stop shagging them. Right. I met so many transsexuals before.
I'm not transphobic. One of my mates loves trans.
No, but I lived with him, so I met many a trans person. Is what I'm saying. And therefore, you get to learn about things. And I'm not a what's the word? I'm not an ignorant white guy or white straight guy.
What's race and what?
Because that's what these people think, isn't it? They look at me, they go, "Oh, he's a white straight man. He doesn't know anything about this." But actually, I do. So anyway,
now I'm offended.
Well, anyway, I said, why are you offended?
What's fucking being white got to do with it? Anyway, it's just
part of it. You could. These people, you know what they're like.
What did you send in?
I said, and would you believe it, trans friends. I feel like because I'm a white straight man, you think you can hold LGBTQ stuff over me like you are somehow more of an authority on the matter because you've had a cock up your ass. Again, true. This is certainly not the case.
Bet he was fucking fuming.
Fuming. Good. Fucker, little fucker. This is certainly not the case. I'm not a bigot. I'm not even anything remotely close to it. I joke about everything and everyone, which is very true. Just because I dared to touch the sacred subject of queerness, which is a politically correct term.
Is it?
Yeah.
It used to be offensive, didn't it, saying queer?
Not anymore. Not anymore. It's all right now. I got your back up like the angry, tiny little man you are. Cutting. See, this is what I mean. It was a bit.
You fucking went in, Adams.
I did go in.
You went in.
I did.
I think. Is that it?
I said, best of luck with your dark comedy night where you can't talk about anything that offends you. It was good. I'm right.
I think it's very funny. First of all, I know it weren't meant to be, but it's very funny. I think that's pretty. You're entitled to stick up for yourself. Your life. You've got in.
Yeah.
Has he replied?
No. It was fine. I just felt like I needed to.
He would have been. But no, I think you're entitled to stick up for yourself and you make valid points. Yeah. How many tranny friends you got, by the way?
At least 4. Genuinely 4.
Who you got?
I've got. Well, I don't want. What this is? You make the worst. Well, I have to go. Oh, this is who my trans friends are. Like, no. All I'm saying is, I'm not.
Every one of them.
I'm well versed on the whole issue.
I'm going to take your word for it, Ben. No, you are. You're not like that. I know it. I'm not. And it's sad that you have to. I wouldn't even. You have to say, I've got.
Exactly. Yeah.
It could be like, I didn't like the way you were. Oh, the main thing, right? I think what you got on your side. Number one, him bumping you on the day was spiteful. And it was like he should have done that weeks before.
Yeah.
No need to do it on the day because, like I say, you could have made arrangements, blah blah blah. But you weren't even going to turn up anyway. I remember you telling me after the first one.
Wow.
I'm not even fucking.
I wasn't even going to go.
He pissed you off. And you know, and by the way, Ben's not like this with all promoters. He gets on very well. I'll put him forward for gigs, and I won't put someone forward because it's my reputation. If I think you'd let me down in any way.
This is it, right? This is it. I am genuine. This is why. Oh, that's actually what I said.
This is the why. Ben don't have this all the time. You're not even an Aggie person in real life. This is why it's for context. But yeah, I think yeah, you're not gonna obviously not gigging with him again. So like, fuck it.
No,
you could have just left it, but I think no. You sound like you wanted to get that off your chest. You was treated a bit badly.
I just don't like the whole idea that I don't. If you're part of this community that constantly goes on about don't judge people, don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what's going on. Blah 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 blah. Well, then don't judge me and act like, oh, you're a bigot because you're saying this joke.
No,
like, no.
This is a point I wanted to make before I forget. You're sitting there going about, moaning about the lesbian jokes, which I can understand, to be honest. But if you're going to moan that, you can't sit there and laugh at 9/11 stuff. You can't sit there and like, other. You can't just like be selective with your.
No.
Yeah,
if that was the only joke
depending on the invite, you might have misjudged the invite. Like if you built up a really good bond with the audience, you've been going a long time, and you like done a bit of crowd work with the lesbians, and you've had a laugh, you've really built a connection. So it's a similar sort of dynamic. It's like if you like you, I don't want to be coarse, but if you're sitting there with your girlfriend or a couple are sitting there, they've been together for a year, and they might go, "Fancy a shag?" Yeah, let's have a shag, right? You wouldn't say that on the first date.
No.
So that's the dynamic. So my point being, if you've gone on, you're doing your set, you've been going, had a laugh, built a connection with them, and then you threw in the little lesbian joke. It's like all tongue in cheek. They go, "No, we know him. He's all right."
Right. Yeah.
Then fair enough. If you've thrown it in and it's a bit cold, you haven't built that with them, then it can go a bit.
Fair enough.
But him as a promoter, which I don't agree with, each to their own. if you don't sit there and moan about stuff like that, but you're gonna fucking laugh about 9/11 and other
Tying
stuff
a little
that
boy
could
up,
be deemed offensive. Like, I might watch it. I remember when we first started and Madeline McCann had just gone missing, and she was the same age as my daughter. Used to do jokes about that, and I could never really laugh about that because it reminded me of my daughter.
Yeah.
It was sort of it, but I'd never say pull you up on it.
Well, my thing has always been.
He's running a gig. He's got a responsibility for his gig or something. If someone goes too far, then you say, "Fucking, what are you doing? You're going to ruin my life. No one's going to come back." Blah blah blah. I'll get that, but like, point being, yeah, this selective outrage or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems a bit uneven if you're gonna. And it was a little bit off key. It wasn't the worst joke in the world.
Well, the thing is that I have a fault.
Let's kill lesbians. You weren't saying that. Just a little.
Yeah, but my thing has always been have a go at everyone. Always include everyone and everything.
Yeah, but no, it's nothing to do. It's just like, yeah, it was. You didn't read the room in that particular moment.
No, fuck them. Fuck
at that particular point. You've got to concede that, right? You can't.
I do. I agree.
Otherwise, you come across as ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you my opinion.
Yeah.
Impartial. And I get he's trying to look after his gig, but I think, like I said before, leaving it last minute to do it like that, and he could have just done it in a graceful way as well. Just said, like, even if he left it a couple of days to think over it, calm down, and then gone, all right, Ben, yeah, I don't think you're suited to do my gig. Best luck for the future.
Yeah,
we'll leave that one. All the best. See, so like that, like which a lot of them would do.
It's just a thing now.
Yeah, you sort of go, yeah, you know, but like to leave it last minute. Only been blanking you on that night and giving you funny fucking looks and all this, and yeah, it's a little bit spiteful. But what is, yeah,
I'm just fed up with people.
It's a very funny story though.
It is a funny story. I'm just fed up with people not being able to take a bloody joke like in comedy. Like,
that's not even an issue, Ben. I think you was treated quite badly there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
dealt with badly, and so I think. And I would normally say to you, because when you told me at the time, you go, "Oh, you're going to say, you idiot, you should have just kept your mouth shut."
Yeah.
Maybe you should have. Well, you could have done, but that's not something you do all the time. That is
no.
And to be fair, and it's not like it weren't like top level. You weren't even getting paid for it, was you?
No.
Not even like. Oh, still due respect to the gigs though. You should respect every gig, of course. But
yeah.
But you was treated quite badly, so he was entitled to have a
I think so.
And it sounds like, to be fair, he needed bringing down a peg or two.
That's what I think, yeah. I think no one else has said anything to him. I think he needs to...
What you get, right? I'm not saying this person. No, I'm not saying this. I'm saying in general, in comedy, you notice there's two types. They either one, they get, a comedian. We've known loads of comedians like this. They get a bit of success. They might get on telly a bit, and also they change and they disappear up their own arse. Sometimes they can. Easy can. Like, goes to the red a bit, get carried away, get excited. Something like can change them. Or the other one, what used to happen was they're just an average comedian doing the rounds. They're all right. All of a sudden they run a gig, and they think they become a bit important.
Yeah,
you've got that little bit of power.
They're getting emails every day. Can I do your gig?
They've got the comedians kissing their ass to get spots, and it can go to the red a bit.
Yeah.
And they become a bit preachy and pat and this, that, and the other, because they know. And this is what I like about that, because sometimes in that situation, no one would dare say anything to them.
No,
because they don't want to.
They want the spots.
Yeah, they don't. Oh, I better not upset him. He won't give me any gigs. But you get a lot of that when In time, you learn there's a lot of gigs, or when you start in time, you realise ain't the end of the level. Like even with when you progress, when you start doing comedy, you sort of aim to do these big clubs or certain gigs you want to do. But then in time, for me, it doesn't matter, because there's always. Same with life as well. There's always other opportunities. Like comedy, it don't matter if you play so-and-so club. There's always other clubs, or there's always other gigs popping up. But when you first start, you don't sort of really realise that, or you might be a bit limited to whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course.
So they get this little power.
Yeah, they get a little. Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like a little echo chamber of all these people that are just kissing their ass, and they feed off that, and they start going, I'm important, actually. I'm important in comedy. I am one of the ones. I'm one of the gatekeepers now, and I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't a massive deal you're doing that joke about lesbian when you really think about it. But in society, the rules, don't do that, don't be racist, don't do, and like them little, like where society's sort of trained to react to certain things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which ain't necessarily when you really sit down and think
this
about it.
This is what.
Is it really that big a deal when you really think about it? That's why I'm quite laid back about stuff.
But this is what gets to me about comedy is that it seems like there's a million comedians. I'd say like 80% of comedians they won't even look at an issue. They'll go, well, I'm just going to go with what the consensus say. I'm going to go with what the popular people say because I don't want to jeopardize anything I've got. I don't want to step out of line.
I don't know about 80%. I mean, when you go,
maybe more.
Yeah. But when you're doing, especially when you get lower level, right? There's like open mics and these sort of like gigs for newbies. There's a reason there's two reasons on that level is because they're new or because they're shit. And one of the reasons they're shit is because they won't try and do something different or try and do something fresh, whether that be like, they're trying to be safe and then they just become boring.
But then you say that, but then I think there are people that are very safe, but because they fit. You're saying that if people are doing something different, they'll get out of this open mic sort of thing. But it's not really that. I think it's even if you're safe, but you've got something about you that's marketable, you'll be pushed up. And then they start thinking they're fantastic comedians, and you go, well, actually, you are that level, but because you've got this little thing about you that is marketable.
Yeah, that's a different issue.
Yeah. No, I know.
Most of the ones on the telly they're not the best comedians. A lot of them, they're just there because they're.
They fit into a box that's marketable. They can go right. We can sell this to people.
Yeah. Or, for whatever reason, don't necessarily. There's a load of really. I mean, it's very old cliche comedy subjective, blah blah blah. But I mean, there's a lot of these on live at the Apollo, and I wouldn't fucking give 2 minutes to watch. A lot of them. Some of them are very good. Don't get me wrong. Some of them, but then a lot of them are just. They're there for political reasons or whatever.
But I think you can.
Right. Don't get me wrong. They might be all right, but I guarantee you, there's a lot better comedians out there doing the clubs, or some of them who just fell off and give up. So just like for whatever reason they got disheartened, or they're just like other things in their life happen.
I mean, but the problem with that is that you find those comedians that are marketable and they get pushed on TV, they get done like this, but they're only around for a few months because they soon get found out that actually they're not that great.
Well, not always.
And then they move on. Not always, but sometimes. And then they get moved on by someone else who's just as marketable, but maybe.
But that said, if you really want it, there's loads of opportunities now. You don't want to be like put yourself as a victim. Because you can just do stuff, put it online, exactly. Make yourself funny on Twitter, Instagram, do a podcast, all this sort of thing. I mean,
there's a big thing now.
We're number one in the Italian straight white male podcast. So
they love it. They love it.
All right, how are we doing at the time, mate? I've got no idea.
Yeah, I know. We've done like an hour.
Have we?
Done a lot. I wanted to talk about other stuff. We can do stuff in a Patreon. Well, let's end that episode and we'll do a Patreon.
We'll wrap, let's wrap and then we'll chat.
Yeah, right. Well, there we go. So let us know what you think, gang. If you think that I was in the wrong, or if you think that let's hear what you think. No, but you got to try and ask a question. That's what get them interacting. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. I don't mind. Look, I will hold my hands up every time if I am wrong. I will always go, you know what? I was wrong. I would. If I'm genuinely wrong, but there's many times where people tell me I'm wrong and I think, well, actually, I'm not wrong. So I won't back down.
Debatable. I suppose as well, they might think you're wrong. You might think you're right. They might think this way. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, as many times I've been wrong. There's a few times in comedy that I have had a go at people that I have said, I've said something that I've been wrong about, and that's fair enough. But this time, I don't think was one of them. I think I had every right to stand up for myself. And
Anyway, yeah, if you want to know who the promoter of the club was, join the Patreon.
join the Patreon, I'll tell you.
We'll put it on the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll tell you straight away. I'll tell you who it was. I'll tell you the comedy club.
No, we're professionals. We're not. Are we?
Yeah, but then I'm torn because sometimes I think
could have gone then.
Yeah,
a little. We could have cut the episode there. Done a big dramatic bit of music, and then. Will we?
Oh, who will we? Let's see. You'll have to join the Patreon and listen to the Patreon episode if you want to hear more. So, thanks very much for listening, guys. Thank you very much. We'll be back in the studio next week.
Thank you, lesbians.
Thank you so much to those lesbians.
Sticking on board our lesbian listeners all through that. We love you.
Listen, it's great to have the lesbian community back
and the trans, of course. Ben's many trans mates. We know
most of them will be listening right now, recovering from surgery.
Trans. What you up to now? Going out with your trans friends, Ben?
Yeah. We're all going down heaven.
Shopping for some frocks and stuff.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Well, not just frocks. I've got a lot of women that are now men friends.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Yeah. Wow. So, how ignorant of me.
If anything, we'll be burning the frocks. We'll be going down to return their frocks to the shops because now they're wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, lovely.
I've noticed a lot of men, a lot of women that have become men. They love getting their tops out. They love taking their top off now. They love it, and good on them. I say. Well, because they've had the surgery to get rid of their boobs.
Big what?
They love getting their tops off now.
What are you going to say? Big what?
Big what?
You said big, and then you stopped yourself.
I don't know. Don't know what I meant. A big thing. I meant a big
scars. Thing. Big scars.
No. I meent like a big thing in that.
They have scars though, don't they? Where they cut their boobs off.
Always, yeah. But then they heal and they look like it just looks like a regular torso, and they seem to really love the fact.
I've got scars all over my boat race. Like fighting when I was younger, that fucking knives and stuff. But they go sort of.
I've got scars fighting with my own sexuality.
On that note,
and it's spring again. I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam.